Trump's own supporter behind him reacting. Then late today, Hillary Clinton firing back, asking which campaign is really promoting racist lies. And Trump, moments ago, doubling down when asked if Clinton is really a bigot. Pulled from the rubble, the stunning scene 17 hours after that deadly earthquake. The 10-year-old girl pulled out alive. The air scare, the radar vanishing at two major American airports. Pilots suddenly forced to circle, some diverting. And the zip line disaster, the 59-year-old woman suddenly falling 35 feet to her death. And after hiking those drug prices, that CEO grilled tonight.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and as we come on the air tonight, there are new tornado concerns from the south all the way up through New York State. Nearly 3 dozen reported tornadoes already, one supercell producing multiple twisters, including a confirmed EF3 tearing across Kokomo, Indiana. Cell phone video shot from a garage showing the powerful storm ripping through a neighborhood there. And this Starbucks, watch as the roof is ripped off, the building collapses, employees and customers inside hiding in the bathrooms. Ginger Z is standing by with a track of tonight's storms, but first ABC's Alex Perez in the tornado zone tonight.
Tonight, millions bracing for scenes like this.
Oh God, that is hitting that neighborhood.
After a frightening 24 hours in the heartland, 35 reported tornadoes.
Oh no, man, that's a big one.
Including an EF3 twister ripping through Kokomo, Indiana, packing 150-plus mile-per-hour winds.
And just to give you an idea of how powerful this storm was, we're in the middle of a residential neighborhood. The winds picked up this huge commercial truck, dumping it right on someone's lawn.
The storm's wrath caught on camera. Watch as this Starbucks is flattened. Brandon Mobley shot this video from a restaurant across the parking lot.
This happened so quickly, so violently. All I started thinking was, there's people in there.
With the storm churning, Starbucks manager Angel Ramos followed the advice as so many of us have heard before and moved customers and employees into the bathroom.
As soon as I saw the clouds twisting, we got everyone inside. We closed the doors, and all of a sudden it started rattling.
Minutes later, the building was a pile of rubble, only the bathrooms left standing. Customer Hannah Harris and everyone else crammed in the restrooms, safe.
It's a miracle. We shouldn't be here at all.
And Alex Perez with us live tonight. And when you see that video of the Starbucks, Alex, incredible they all survived. As you point out, in the bathrooms, no one killed in these twisters?
That's right, David. Amazingly, no one killed in these twisters. Officials say there are reports of at least 10 to 15 people who suffered minor injuries, but they're not in the clear here just yet. More severe weather expected here tonight, including the possibility of more tornadoes. David?
Alex, thank you. You're absolutely right. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z, who is tracking that severe weather threat right into tonight.
Right. The immediate threat, I want to take you to the severe thunderstorm watch that's actually in Texas and Oklahoma, because that's the first area of concern. We've got flash flood watches that include Wichita and Kansas City. But just as Alex said, Kokomo included again in the risk area. I put the Futurecast on here, and you can see the cells blowing through there just after 10 p.m., so until midnight.
Meantime, for folks in Florida, they're watching those tropical systems, and you're watching it too. Could bring a lot of rain. Important
Distinction here, that tropical system could bring a lot of rain, even if it doesn't become a named storm. So keep that in mind, because Gaston stays off to sea. That's not the storm we're all talking about. It's that one, just a wave right now, and it's fighting through a lot of dry air. If it makes it through, it could drop considerable amount of rain either in South Florida there, you see, but some of the tracks now taking it due west. All right, Ginger, we'll see you on GMA. Now to a powerful image in the west tonight. 39 large wildfires burning in California, Washington, and across the west. Firefighters using airdrops today to make quick work of a fire burning in the hills. That's near Santa Barbara tonight. Now to the race for president at a dark 24 hours. Donald Trump calling Hillary Clinton a bigot. Late today, Clinton taking the stage and firing back. And Donald Trump just a short time ago pressed to explain why he thinks she's a bigot. You'll see how he responds. All of this tonight as a new national poll shows Clinton leading now by 10 points above 50%. ABC's David Wright and what was said and how even some Trump supporters seemed taken aback.
Hours before Hillary Clinton took the stage in Reno, Donald Trump dropped this bomb.
Hillary Clinton is a bigot who sees people of color only as votes, not as human beings worthy of a better future.
That woman behind him there appears to be shocked. Today, Clinton made her case that it's Trump who's been running a racist campaign.
Donald Trump has built his campaign on prejudice and paranoia. He is taking hate groups mainstream and helping a radical fringe take over the Republican Party.
In some of her strongest language yet, she ran down the list.
He promoted the racist lie that President Obama is not really an American citizen.
Using Trump's own words against him, she accused him of launching his run for the presidency with another racist lie about Mexican immigrants.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
There has been a steady stream of bigotry coming from him.
She also made it clear she doesn't buy Trump's new effort to reach out to African American voters.
I say this to the African American community. Give Donald Trump a chance. We will turn it around. We will make your streets safe, so when you walk down the street, you don't get shot, which is what's happening now.
Trump has stood up in front of largely white audiences and described black communities in such insulting and ignorant terms.
Today, Clinton's campaign released a new video.
The reason a lot of Klan members like Donald Trump is because a lot of what he believes, we believe in. Donald Trump would be best for the job.
For president.
Yeah.
Trump denounced her new line of attack as a brazen attempt at distraction.
When Democratic policies fail, they are left with only this one tired argument. You're racist, you're racist, you're racist. They keep saying it, you're racist. It's a tired, disgusting argument.
And tonight, Trump was asked to explain why he really thinks Clinton's a bigot.
Her policies are bigoted because she knows they're not going to work.
But you're saying she is personally bigoted.
Oh, she is. Of course she is. Her policies, they're her policies. She comes out with the policies.
But hatred is at the core of that, or dislike of African American
or maybe she's lazy.
And David Wright with us live tonight from Reno. David, Hillary Clinton also singling out Donald Trump's new campaign CEO today?
That's right. He is Stephen Bannon, the former CEO of Breitbart.com, which Clinton characterizes as a right-wing website. She cited some headlines suggesting it traffics in racism, sexism, and conspiracy theories. He just joined the campaign a couple of weeks ago, and after it's all over, he plans to go back to Breitbart. David?
David Wright in Nevada for us. David, thanks. Meantime, Donald Trump this evening explaining a major shift in his immigration plan and how he would handle 11 million undocumented immigrants after acknowledging in the primary he would have a deportation force. ABC's Jonathan Karl on a campaign tonight insisting this is no flip-flop.
With the election just 75 days away, Donald Trump is still trying to figure out his plan on immigration, the central issue of his campaign.
I'll be making a speech on that, I would say, over the next week, laying out an exact plan, and I think people will have great respect for the plan.
One thing is clear. Trump is now ditching this vow he made to deport everybody who came into the United States illegally.
What do you do with the women and children?
They're going to go with him. Oh, everybody. You have to
send the whole
sure,
family.
It's got to be a family unit. It's going to be done humanely.
Now he's suggesting that's not going to happen.
And there certainly can be a softening because we're not looking to hurt people.
And in a town hall meeting on Fox News, he even polls the room.
Who wants those people thrown out?
The guy who wants them thrown out, stand up.
Stand up. Who does not want them thrown out?
Stand up.
There you go. We are going to come out with a decision very soon.
Even Rush Limbaugh found that quite strange.
I'm used to candidates who know what their policy is and telling the audience what it is and trying to persuade the audience to understand it, agree with it, and help the candidate promote it.
Limbaugh suggested Trump is caved and is now supporting amnesty. Trump's national spokeswoman struggled to explain the change.
He hasn't changed his position on immigration. He's changed the words that he is saying.
But Trump is facing reality. He needs to reach out to Hispanic voters, as Hillary Clinton has done, famously taking this moment and quickly putting it into an ad.
And John Carl with us live tonight. John, Donald Trump says he's going to come out with a decision, quote, very soon on his immigration policy.
He did say that, David, but even today, Trump had contradictory things to say about what his position is, and it is now unclear, David, whether or not or when he is going to come out with that immigration plan.
All right, John Carl, live in Washington. John, as always, thanks. Overseas tonight, a race against time to find survivors of that deadly earthquake in Italy. The first 48 hours, of course, so crucial. The death toll tonight soaring. Rescuers today finding more victims alive under the rubble. Aftershocks hitting as rescuers dig through mountains of debris. ABC's chief foreign correspondent Terry Moran with the dramatic rescue of a 10-year-old girl pulled out alive.
With time now working against the rescuers here, there are extraordinary moments playing out amid the ruins. A 10-year-old girl pulled from the rubble after 17 hours. Wjla. Her feet appearing first, then firefighters slowly lifting her from the debris and into the arms of her rescuer. This man, stuck underneath his crumbled home for more than 24 hours, pulled to safety, his slight smile the only hint of his relief. Officials say the best chance of finding someone alive is within 48 hours of the quake, a window that is rapidly closing here. And strong aftershocks are only complicating efforts.
This morning, this building, part of a school, was badly damaged, but still standing. And then this afternoon, one of the aftershocks brought it down.
The picturesque town of Amatrice has been turned into a flattened moonscape. Drone footage showing a stark divide. The town's ancient buildings now in ruins, while its more modern buildings still stand. Many of those who were able to escape their homes when the quake hit are now left with nothing.
And Terry Moran is with us again tonight from the quake zone. And Terry, hundreds of aftershocks since the quake, and you were telling us more aftershocks just tonight?
Yes, David, all day and all night. And it's not just the danger and the fear from them. This is a mountainous area hard to get in and out of. Just a few hours ago, a few miles down this road, an aftershock brought down 2 houses in the road. And now this side of this town, this whole part of the disaster zone, is cut off. David?
All right, Terry Moran with us again tonight. You and the team stay safe. And back here at home, meanwhile, and to a power outage, forcing ground stops at 2 busy airports in Florida. Flights in the air when the radar suddenly went down. Here's ABC's David Curley.
A complete ground stop at Miami's airport, Fort Lauderdale, too, after this startling radio call from controllers to pilots.
Okay, everybody on this frequency, use extreme caution. We've lost all communication. We've lost all radars. We cannot see you.
The controller, lining up jets for landing, in essence, blinded.
Everybody on this frequency, use caution. We cannot see you on the radar.
That left jetliners with nowhere to land, so many started circling. More than a dozen flights diverted to other airports. The problem? A power outage took out the critical radar and some communication systems.
I think we still have this vulnerability out there where we have these facilities that have these redundant systems and backup power supplies that seem to trip and they don't seem to work.
The FAA says another center took over the airspace. The jets in the area, which could see each other on their controls, all landed safely. It took 90 minutes to reboot the systems, even though the power outage only lasted 5 minutes. More than 100 flights affected with delays of an hour or so, and raising new questions about power systems. David?
David Curley, thanks. With so many American families on vacation, we turn now to a deadly accident at a state park in Delaware tonight. A woman falling 35 feet to her death from a zip line. ABC's Lindsay Janis tonight on the new safety concerns over the popular rides.
Tonight, police investigating how 59-year-old Tina Felton plummeted to her death while on a zip line course.
She fell to the ground and subsequently died from her injuries from that fall.
Felton was doing the Go Ape Treetop Adventure experience at a Delaware state park and nearing the end of the 2 to 3 hour course when she fell from a narrow platform like this one. The company says Felton completed a safety lesson, but says, according to witnesses, at the time of the accident, she had, unfortunately, disconnected herself from the safety system. Tonight, Felton's daughter posting, "Full of love and adventure. My mom died completing her bucket list, ziplining." David, although zipline accidents are rare, a recent study found there are thousands of emergency room visits every year from this increasingly popular activity.
David?
Lindsay Janice tonight. Thanks, Lindsay. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Thursday. The dramatic rescue from a burning car. The moment was caught on body cam, a police officer running straight into that inferno. The passenger trapped in the car, and you'll see what happens next. Of course, the EpiPen outrage now boiling over after spiking prices for families. Tonight, the CEO is grilled, and you will see it right here. And later tonight, America Strong, the song suddenly being sung in this American neighborhood, and the man saluting them, that's who the song was for. You have got to see this coming up.
You both have a perfect driving record.
Perfect.
No tickets, no accidents.
That is until one of you clips a food truck, ruining your perfect record.
Yeah.
Now, you would think your insurance company would cut you some slack, right?
No, your insurance rates go through the roof. Your perfect record doesn't get you anything.
Anything.